Hello, and welcome to another episode of Philo. This is episode 93, Not a Capybara. I have, of course, my wonderful co-host and better half, Robin Fisher, joining us. And then previous guests on the show, so Philo family. This is James Bandera Smith, who just finished his Kickstarter and is working on getting the books out and stuff. And we'll be talking about that a little bit later. I am going to open up my screen. You need to... No, I got your screen. Okay. I got your screen. Good. All right. We'll do this. So, okay. So I have here a new page on the website. And so there's a full complete page. We got Otis there. We got the spaghetti monster. And then from there, Otis is charged as an accessory to all the murders. Philo reminisces. Yeah, you fell asleep.
I know. I tried so hard to stay awake.
I know you could have saved him. Philo reminisces. And so, wait a second, you're not a capybara. And then Armand beats a hasty retreat. And then the last panel that I forgot to drop in here is actually this one, where they say we have to save Armand. So I'm going to actually do that right now. Let's get out of our Philo music and let's go into like a chill hop music. Oh no. No. I ruined everything. Okay, there we go. That's chill hop music. So, yes. So this is where we left off, is we have the mushroom on the dog basically saying, I want, we got to go save Armand.
That's a great drawing.
Thank you. I tried, and I'm gonna put it on the page so I don't forget. But that's where we left off. Did you want to take the first panel, or did you want me to take the first panel? Because we got a running octopus. We got Philo, I assume, chasing him. There are polyamorous chameleons chasing Armand. And
many polyamorous chameleons. Many.
And the dog is now Bones. And wearing a devil costume. The mushroom is dressed like Gamera from the old Toho movies.
Wow, I think I missed some stuff since the last time I was on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it happens. Also, Philo is dressed like a pharaoh in like the cheapest pharaoh outfit that you could find at Spirit Halloween. And so, the black one with like the LeMay stuff on it. And so, like, I even looked it up. Anyway, that's where we're at in the story. Do you want me to take the first panel then?
I think you should, because for some reason the email you just sent me was labeled as spam, and I have to figure out like what's going on and how to get the file and everything. So.
Oh, well, I sent a zip file, so you can unzip something, or do you need me to send?
No, I'll see what I can do. I'll go
Okay.
back to you if there's any trouble.
Okay, yeah. Let me know when you're ready.
Yep, go ahead,
so
and it's all
take
good.
it. Okay, yeah, no worries. So what happens? What goes on? What? Like, should I just draw the chase scene? Of just everybody chasing everybody? Chasing? I think that...
Do that door thing where they're all zipping back and forth between doors. Have we done that gag already? Like in the first story?
You mean
we did that gag.
The Scooby-Doo door scene?
Yeah, I think we did that in the first story.
I think
The
just
wallet with Mao and the Willendorfs or something. The Wallendorfs.
Yeah, I think just the absurdity of the chase scene, of just the fact that there's an octopus down here, and I don't think he's dressed as a capybara anymore.
I feel weird about Armand not being like sweet stabilizing force like he has been for most of our time doing this with him.
Well,
everything unzipped, by the way. Everything's good to go. So
okay, awesome. Yeah, just let me know. Yeah, so you got your screen shared. Awesome. So let me go. I'm gonna draw a chase scene. So I don't know what we're gonna do after the chase scene. I assume like Armand runs somewhere.
right.
So, but that's where I'm starting, is with this guy, and then there are going to be chameleons. So I have to look up chameleons again.
Maybe everyone's using a different form of transportation. So someone's in a hot air balloon, someone's in a bike, someone's in a boat and wheels. You know what I mean?
You know, the chameleons did have hang gliders.
Okay, they're all in hand gliders after Armand.
Well, they're chasing them, so they would use what's at hand, right? So, yeah, I'll do that, and then we'll have.
So, I'm not watching the Olympics at all, and I'm not a sports girly in the least.
Yeah.
But everybody in my world at work is all going crazy for the USA Canada hockey game tomorrow morning.
I have not been watching the Olympics. Go sports ball. It's hard to root for your country right now. You know,
well, we lost.
Country's doing like some pretty shitty stuff.
That's true. We lost to you guys. The women's hockey team lost to you guys. And silver to me is not bad, but I can understand how everyone's all like Canada versus the USA. That's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just I can't watch it right now. Because, you know, I know all those athletes worked really hard, and, you know, it's not the athlete's fault and stuff, but it's just like to give you an idea of how thick the propaganda is down here. JD Vance was booed when he came out at the Olympic ceremonies, and they cut that from our feed.
Oh.
Right? How Orwellian is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, they're like, nothing is wrong.
I saw an interesting, it was a news report, but it was from a Chinese news source.
Mm-hmm.
It was a television reporter, and their take on the Epstein files was fascinating.
Was it one of the ones with the animations and stuff?
No, it was just a guy talking. And he was actually talking in English, and he was just saying basically like, you can no longer lecture us, China, on our human rights crimes when you yourselves are doing this.
Yeah.
And, I mean, what's going on down there is bad, but the thing about what's happening in China is they're like basically trying to kill off all the Uyghurs, which is a genocide. Yeah. So, like, it's not really the same China. But, yeah.
Well, I mean, sex crimes are bad. Genocide's bad. You know, it's all bad. But they're basically saying you can't hold a moral high ground anymore if you're doing bad stuff. And
exactly.
That's the point. Let's see. Okay,
I thought that was very interesting that China was saying that.
Let's see, we got that. I imagine I'm just gonna do like
Man, these strawberries I'm eating are insane. Look how big this thing is.
When in doubt, black it out, right?
Look at how big this strawberry is. Compared to like my fingers. It's giant.
Yeah. Who was that? That was Wally Wood. When in doubt, black it out. So these are going to be black silhouettes of them all in their hang gliders.
What's James drawing?
He is drawing Armand doing something. What are you drawing, James?
So far, I know he's gonna be involved somehow, so I'm just throwing him down.
I you know what? I imagine he would be hiding somewhere. So give him a hiding spot.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
He's also an octopus. He could be squirting out ink to hide himself.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'm so blown away by these strawberries. It was a whole pack of these giant things for $2 Canadian. It was like $1.50 American.
Mm-hmm. See, we'll have his
And
mouth.
they are perfectly ripe. Perfectly ripe.
It's the little moments you have to appreciate.
I'll say.
Okay, I kind of know what I'm drawing in the chaos of those lines. I'll put James up because his.
Are you going to use a special brush?
Who, me?
Yeah, you have so many brushes. I want to see a new one.
When I've been doing effects and stuff, I've been using different brushes, but I like drawing. I literally named this brush.
No, I just mean like a brush to do like some texture in a background somewhere. I don't mean like a whole thing with a brush.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, like when you use it to do brick.
Yeah.
Or you used it recently for something coming out of something. I forget.
I have brushes for tentacles.
I want to see some brush. You have like all these brushes.
Ooh, you want to see some brush?
How
forward of you. Yes.
I mean, it's cool technology. Let's see it. It's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, I need an excuse to like use it. Otherwise it's just there, and then it doesn't look good. You know.
Yeah,
like
I get it.
You have to like have a reason to use it.
Like maybe it's the texture of the hand glider fabric.
Let's see.
You don't have to do it. I'm just saying it would be really cool to see a new brush.
Like I said, like it just depends on what they're in. Like, it's easy to. Oh shoot. I'm talking.
James, your Armand reminds me of Squidbillies.
Oh yeah, I've never watched Squidbillies.
That show is amazing. It is so weird and messed up. He's got this so they're like hillbilly squids, right? He's got this. I think it's his grandma who looks after him. Mm-hmm. No, it's his aunt. He's got this aunt. And she's like also a squid, but somehow she has like fake lips and like a blonde wig with a comb away like Farrah Fawcett. And she's got like super long pink fingernails attached to her tentacles somehow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's such a crazy show.
And then the grandma, has a walker.
Yeah.
She's a squid.
And she yells all the time.
Yeah, but like, why would you have a walker if you're a squid?
That show, I love absurd stuff, and that show is just so absurd.
Yeah, and they were always like trying to, some kind of scheme to get ahead. Like, it just depended what was going on the episode. Like, I remember one episode they found gold on his land, and the gold fever set in. He's like, the gold fever.
That's a gold.
Mm-hmm. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 6, 7, and then we'll go 8. Oh no. I have to reinstall the driver for my little pad. It uninstalled itself.
Whoa, that's not cool.
Well, I have a Huion pad and I have a Huion tablet. And it's weird. It's like the pad will work fine and the tablet will stop working. And then the pad will work fine. The tablet will stop working, and then it'll do the opposite, right? Where the tablet's working fine, the pad stops working, right? They both use the same driver. And when you go to the website, it's the same driver, right? And I can click between them in the Huion program that the driver creates, right? And I can adjust them and stuff like that. But it's like after 2 weeks or something, it's like it forgets it has another device.
That is so irritating.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't think it's Huion's fault, because I just got this is a new system as of last year. And then do this. Where's he hiding, James?
Well, I'm behind some blinds, but I don't know where exactly that is.
Well, you have to give us some clue.
Well, I haven't drawn what's outside the window yet, so we'll have to think of something like oceany or something.
Well, if he's behind some blinds and he's inside somewhere, maybe he's like in an office building or something. You might have to give me a background.
I feel like he could be in a bed of seaweed.
That's possible too.
Or maybe he's slipping through dimensions and realities.
I was thinking he might be on a shipwreck or something.
A shipwreck? Let's see. Okay, I'm doing that, and then I gotta draw the mushroom. The mushroom has these like all-seeing eyes now. And he's just chilling. He's got grass. Like
I know Katie is busy, but I kind of miss her.
She had her first round of
I know.
chemo.
I didn't know if we were gonna talk about it.
Yeah, it's she's been with the show. Oh, thank you. She's my squad and I. Yeah, sure you will. And you're banded. Sorry. That guy's not real. Yeah. Me and my squad will pull up. Sure you will. Anyway, the thing that I was going to say is that she's been with Philo pretty much since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I had to step away for a period of time to concentrate on school because it was my senior year of college. And, Philo was every Monday night, and it was cutting into homework time, and and it was starting to just be a heavy load and stuff. And so Kay was one of the artists that Hamble brought in to basically replace me. And she did a fantastic job. You know, she drew some really weird stuff.
Well, she has a great comic sensibility, I think.
Yeah.
Comic as in comedy, not comic book.
Well, I think both.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay. Do this. We'll go. And then it's like that. Okay, did I scroll down to see a better head? I guess I did. Okay. And then we'll just do this.
I wonder what AI has to handle that's so important.
What AI has to handle that's so important?
Well, isn't this a bot, you said?
What? Chill hop?
No, the love hug guy who says, I'll pull up to your stream with my squad.
Oh, yeah. That's a bot. Yeah.
I was just saying, gee, I wonder what AI has to do that's so important. They're handling it right now.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're sent out to so many different streams all at once. So it's like, it's multitasking.
Spammity spam, spam, spam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I know people are busy and it's a new year and stuff like that. Plus, people got out of the rhythm of coming to the show when I got out of the rhythm of making it. So I can't be mad at people. I just have to put in a good effort and make good shows.
Yeah.
That's what I can do. So where is he?
He's, I think, in a shipwreck.
Okay.
Shipwreck.
With blinds.
Well, maybe it's the captain's quarters.
Perhaps.
I've been on like a yacht with blinds. It's a fancy yacht. My brother got married on a yacht.
Oh, that's cool. I've never been on a yacht, so.
Me either.
Yeah. Again, my brother got married on a yacht. That was their venue.
Why weren't me and Robin invited?
Isn't it not legally binding if it's done on the water?
Anyway.
Well, they did it in the harbor. It wasn't like in like international water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always thought that was some kind of thing you see in movies and TV shows where they're like, get married on a boat. And then it's not real.
If you're in international water.
Oh, okay.
You know, you're like way out in the middle of nowhere. But no, you're getting married in a harbor. You're still under the jurisdiction of the United States. International water starts 200 nautical miles off the coast.
Good to know.
The more you know, ding. Yeah, it's just one of those weird facts I know.
That's a good fact. I like it.
Yeah, I picked it up from The Simpsons. I just remember that like they were gambling and drinking out on the water, and it's like Mo was like whipping them away from the beer until they got to international waters, and he's like, you know, not until it's 200 nautical miles off the coast, not until it's 200 miles off the coast. And it's like, you know, so that's where I gained my information from. It's The Simpsons.
A font of knowledge, The Simpsons.
Yes, and then that episode also happened to have a monkey knife fight.
I don't know that episode.
Yeah, they were like gambling on a boat. Yeah, but he was like, no, you guys can't have the alcohol until we're 200 nautical miles.
Well, not too long ago, I saw a clip, one of the Real Housewives shows, and Megan Tilly was on it, and she's like that. She's an actress that I like. And I was like, what the heck? Why is Meg Tilly on this show? Oh, because of Simpsons money, baby.
Yep. All that sweet Simpsons money. Yeah. Simon, when he died, when he passed away, he left all of his money to like charity and like.
I think it was animal causes.
Yeah. But he was kind of like his family got a trust. It's not like he forgot his family, but okay.
We lost James's art. Oh, there it is. It's back again.
Okay, so I feel like that's kind of a good segue. Kind of.
Do we have dialogue for that scene that you just drew? Like, do we have a caption? Pacing. Okay, cool.
I think for James, hiding in a shipwreck so we know where he's at.
He scoots into a shipwreck.
Oh, you think he scoots into a shipwreck?
Yeah. Because, octopus, they're not like, lol, they don't saunter.
You think they're scooters?
Yeah, they
really? I think they're more like
slippery dudes.
Well, not slippery, but
I'm just using S words. I'm just using all S words.
More grace than that, though. But
yeah, that's why they scoot. They're like. Bloop, bloop,
that's why I think saunter is a good word, because saunter means like you're in control of the situation.
Yeah, but it's so casual. They're not. Sometimes they're not really casual about it, and he's certainly not casual about it right now.
Magic Marmot says octopus should saunter.
They ooze.
I like that. They ooze. Yeah, they could ooze.
He oozes into the shipwreck.
I like that. Okay, so I am going to start the next panel. What happens after he oozes into the shipwreck? I imagine they're what?
Well, James is drawing a robot on the other side.
Why is there a robot on the other side, James?
I drew Philo in black and white, like
oh, that's Philo. Okay, sorry. Okay. I thought it was a robot.
Okay, so they're already at the shipwreck.
He's already in the shipwreck.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I could draw an establishing shot of the shipwreck.
Well, he's asking. He's outside the ship asking, "Donde estás?" Which means like, where is he? And he's saying, "En el rego del shipo."
You know way more Spanish than I do.
Mi español es muy malo.
Well, I can put translations too as a little bonus for the readers.
Yeah. Let's see. Establishing shot of the shipwreck. I'll just say that that's my caption. And then, because if he's looking, let's see. So are they underwater in the shipwreck?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. So then we're gonna do kind of a.
So it's not like Goonies at all.
We're gonna have a big hole in the side. Okay, and then where we see inside of it. And then for whatever reason, here's the room with the blinds.
that he slipped into, leaving his slimy oozes.
Oh, there can be tides, says Magic Marmot. Yeah, so okay. So I'll put the water here then. So like we can see the mass coming out. One of the masks coming out. This one's at another odd angle. We're looking at the bottom of the boat. Let us know when you're ready for your next panel.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay. So we're looking at the bottom of the boat. Let's give it a crow's nest. Right. You know, maybe some like ropes and stuff like that. And then we can have waves. Splash, 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 splash. I'll be using some brushes on this one.
Woohoo! Brushes!
Yeah, brushes. Woo! Okay, so
For the water?
I think some water, some rocks. And then we're gonna have Philo. Here, let's change the blue so I know what I'm looking at. We're gonna have Philo up here. So he's swimming, and then we'll have the dog also swimming. Oops. Okay, so we'll have the dog also swimming, mushroom on the dog. All right, and then I think I think the chameleon's up here, all above the water, because chameleons don't like water too much. That, and it's kind of fun to draw them.
Huddled together on the mast.
Yeah.
More giant strawberries. Look, it's bigger than my eyeballs.
Okay, and I'll just have them up there, like, yeah, okay. Let me know when you're ready for your next panel.
Almost done.
So Magic Marmot says only Gary isn't afraid of the water. Gary likes the water, and Gary is weird for a chameleon. But all the chameleons are girls. Are there hermaphrodite chameleons? Could one of them be a boy and a girl?
One of them could just identify as Gary. Okay,
I think so. That sounds good.
We don't ask questions.
Sounds good to me. So that could be like a non-binary chameleon.
Yeah, you know, it just feels like a Gary today. Let's see. Water clouds. Oh, no. I thought I had ground. Let's see. Foliage, vine, trees, fallen trees, grass, petal. Where's my ground? Building, rubbles.
You used grass before once, didn't you? Didn't you use grass?
Oh, I've used grass before, yeah. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna do that on its own layer. And let's shrink that down a little bit. And then we're gonna...
I feel like Magic Marmot is divergent shaming Gary.
Divergent shaming Gary?
Yeah. Gary is weird. He's not weird. Gary's just doing his own thing.
I think, I think Gary knows he's weird. He doesn't care. He's Gary. I think Gary's okay with it.
All right, I am done with my panel then.
Okay, excellent. So I am drawing them swimming down to the shipwreck.
Oh wow, that was very fast. Last time I looked at the screen, I hadn't even seen his sword. So.
Oh, I'm insane. Remember?
I do remember.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't let my breakneck speed in drawing discourage you.
Oh, I am not discouraged. I think it's cool.
Yeah. It also, I have been doing Philo for so long that like I just kind of know how to pace it.
I hear ya.
So
and what the right things are to focus on.
Well, sometimes I'll spend too long on a panel. It happens. And this one's going to be an establishing shot. So this one is like I'm drawing a shipwreck. Here, I'll put me in the main window. Yeah, but I'm drawing a shipwreck.
And a Gary.
Gary's over here. And then I gotta draw the dog. It's still a...
So I'm not on Facebook all that often anymore. James, did you get a new bookshelf?
Yeah, it's arrived, but they haven't come to install it yet.
Okay.
Let me show you what I'm sitting next to at this point.
Because I saw the broken bookshelf. Yeah, I saw that.
Right, and then here's my books.
Did it just break one night because it was so heavy?
No, it was just my mom figured it was time for a replacement, and it just broke recently, like since then. As I was taking the books off the shelf.
So basically, if we were playing a video game, you would have gotten an achievement for like avid reader.
Well, I've never learned to read, so.
He just likes the pretty colors.
Yeah, exactly. The only words that I recognize are Liefeld.
He's so dreamy.
Hey, he was on television. He's cool.
501.
I remember that. I remember when he was interviewed on television. Yeah. Let me do yet another layer.
So where should I go from here for when I start the next panel?
That's what I was trying to figure out is what happens in the next panel. Is I'm drawing them swimming down.
Have we lost Otis? Should we? I don't remember because I fell asleep.
Otis was just a flashback, and we flash back to Otis being thrown in jail as an accessory to murder.
Okay, so it's just I forgot that was a flashback. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think about the other characters we haven't seen in a while that we should probably touch on. It's not all just
well, who's
Armand
the underwater character?
And Philo and Mushroom and Dog. There's other characters.
Give me somebody, and I'll do a Google search, and I'll make sure to get their likeness. No, seriously, I can find. I just type in Amber Greenlee, and I can pretty much find anybody.
I also made a character page too. So now there's a character page, and you can just go there, and there's an image for most of the characters.
All right, well, let me try that.
And so if you go to the website panel to panel, and then click on Philo, it's like right there, right at the very top. I just finished the character page like a couple weeks ago.
Well, that's good timing for me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also added locations. So you can like click on the location and see where else that location has shown up. Yeah. So trying to do right by my artists. Trying.
Let's see. Yep, here's Philo characters.
Yeah, see? And then
Here.
do this. And then I need to draw a bunch of chameleons. I'm getting very good at drawing chameleons very quickly.
Well, their shape is pretty identifiable, and then you just gotta do like the bulgy eye.
Yeah, but they have more than that. Like, if you really want to figure out how little you know what something looks like, you try and look at it and try and draw it, right? And like chameleons, you know, they have like this little fin thing.
Is Pluto still around somewhere?
Bluto hasn't been in the strip since the Blutorium.
Yeah, it's been ages. We don't like him. He's abusive.
Well, let's count him out. Then I have Venoms, plural.
Yes, Venoms is plural. Venoms was in the flashback with Otis. We could have him show up.
Oh, I'm game if you guys are. It's up to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever you want to draw. It's an improv comic, right? I'm not gonna.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna stifle your creativity.
Now he's a bit of a blob, but a venom head, right?
Yeah. Well, like he's Venom, so he can still like symbiote possess people. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, let me see what I can do here.
And he is friends with Olive Oil, who has tentacles growing out of her head now, as well as spider legs. She's just a head now. And she's in a pickle jar.
A pickle jar, okay.
Yeah. So, it has been a while.
Yeah, it definitely sounds that way.
So talk about Papa Balloon and Cactus. You said you just finished your Kickstarter.
Yeah, in the latest issue, it now takes place in outer space, out of nowhere.
Nice.
The balloon had his memory lost and didn't realize it until the very end of the last issue. And it turns out he's a piece of garbage king kind of character, and they all the people in his world kind of worship him. And he abuses their friendship and their kindness. And the cactus always assumed that he was his adopted father, but at the very end there's a Star Trek parody where he's like, "No, I am your father," and then it just fades to black. So we'll pick it up from there. It's kind of improv like this is actually, but it's more long form, a little bit more planned out.
Well, I mean, sometimes you have to just let the art and the characters speak to you.
Exactly, and that's definitely something I've mastered.
Yeah, it's sometimes they like, you know, you make plans. Oh, I want to do this with my characters, and your characters are like, I've had that happen where it's like you always hit this writer's block at the same spot because it's like your characters don't want to do it.
Exactly. Like, this would not make any sense.
Yeah. And it's like, You're not supposed to be a critique character. Like, you're of me, right? You don't come from something else. Damn it, do you?
Like they have a say in their own creation.
I know, gosh. And it's not being crazy talking to yourself if you write it down afterwards.
That's what my therapist keeps telling me.
Yeah, because if you write it down afterwards, you're writing. Right? You talk to yourself and then you write it down afterwards, you're like, oh no, I'm just writing.
You do realize your computer's not even on, right?
My computer?
Oh, I was kidding. I was saying that you're crazy.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, of course I know I'm crazy. Of course I know that. But you have to kind of own your crazy, and you have to figure out what level of crazy you wanna be.
I hear you.
Like, do you want to be unhappy crazy? Do you want to be whimsical crazy? Everybody's a little crazy, right? I knew a guy in college who was like weird about scents, right? And I mean, I don't mean like he was sensitive to perfume, anything like that, but like if somebody brought in like a sandwich or something into the studio space, like he had to track them down, and like I could smell that sandwich, and this is not a food area, this is the studio space. It's like, dude, I'm having a sandwich while I'm working, right? But he was super hyper about scents, right? And it's like, if something had any kind of like perfume element to it, or like if the garbage stunk too much. But if the garbage stunk too much, he was just like, I can't handle it. And everybody was just kind of, it was art school, so people were just kind of like, fine, whatever, you're weirdo. Be a weirdo, right? We worked around it, right? But it's, people get so inconvenienced by the littlest thing these days, and then they're like, I can't adapt.
Yeah, so much for individuality anymore.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, this guy was a weirdo, in the fact that like I said, like, you're eating a sandwich and he come over and he was like you can't eat that here, and it was like, yeah, overload, yeah, sensory overload, yeah, you're in this part of the studio and stuff, and it's like, dude, just let me do this and stuff. But art school, I feel like, was a little bit more forgiving of stuff like that, right? You gotta own that you're weird about stuff. And this guy, I never had a problem with him, because when you first met him, he said, hey, I just gotta tell you, I'm weird about scents, right? I'm like, I'm weird about it. It's just, if I can smell something, it bugs me, and I don't want to be rude about it, but like, if I come up to you, it's because it's just, that's all I can think about is like what you're eating or whatever. And it's like, okay, well, thanks for telling me. And it happened a couple times where he came up to me, but because he told me first, he owned his weirdness, right? Is kind of the point I'm getting at. It's a roundabout way of getting to it, but
in a way, it's kind of like getting people ready for your pronouns,
Well,
it's very easy to adapt, like when you're upfront about everything,
Well, I worked with a girl. Let me take that back. I worked with a person,
right,
who used they, and I think the problem that we had in working is the fact that I never had that conversation with them. right? It was like just assumed that I would know, and I didn't know, and then they went to HR over it, right? And like they corrected me once very kind of violently, and then the next thing I know, I'm talking to HR. Right? So it's like, if you never correct me, and they're like, well, I wear a little pin, right? And it's like on your shirt where you have 20 other pins, right? I mean, that are like, it's like I'm supposed to see the they them pin with amongst 20 other pins,
right?
And I worked in a dispensary at the time, so like there was pop pins and like a David Bowie pin, and this person was a theater major, and I thought that it was something that we could connect on, but they just never even wanted to talk to me because I got their pronouns wrong the first few weeks that we worked together.
Right. It's like everybody makes mistakes. Everybody doesn't have the same information.
Well, I mean, I understand. Like, if you are coming from a place where you feel like you're being misidentified all the time, and it's happening again, and then you blow up at someone, like, I totally get that, right?
Right.
But the point is like, I didn't do it maliciously.
Right.
Clearly. I put myself through YouTube University afterwards, even before HR got involved, where I was like watching videos on like pronouns and like how to change your thinking about things and stuff like that. And I'm like, look, I'm trying to do everything I can, and you just have to be patient with people. Maybe people aren't going to get it on the first try.
Right.
And the thing is I actually have a lot of trans friends. I sound like someone who says, many of my friends are black. No, I actually, I just joined a game, Pathfinder game that's once every 2 weeks, and the girl who runs it is, trans woman that I've known for like 20 years. I've known her since before transition. And I know a lot of trans comic makers from before their transitions that I'm still in touch with, right? And and I know some other comic makers that use they them pronouns, and I do everything in my power to try and honor that, right? And I'm sure I've slipped up once in a while. Like Kane has they as their pronoun, and I try and make sure that I get that as right as possible. But sometimes you screw up, and I don't try to.
No, I've done that myself, and then usually they're very understanding. Like, they know they live in a world surrounded by people that hate them, and if you're like on their side, they freaking know it,
Well, yeah, that's true too.
I hope so. It's like, they blew up at me, and then involved HR like right away, and I'd only worked there for a couple weeks at that point, and it was like, what's your rub with me? Like, I'm trying my best. I'm sorry. Like, I understood what the rub was with me, but still, I felt like it was a little overkill.
Definitely. It's like they were taking their mistreatment by other people out on you because you're the most recent person.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Meanwhile, you're just cutting to Venom.
Oh yeah. Now, I don't know their history. Are they like a couple now, or?
I'd say so. I feel like they are.
You think they're a couple?
I kind of feel like they are, because she's got bits of him in her.
Well,
right? She's been venomized.
Okay. Okay. Now we got to talk about Peter Parker and Spider-Man and Venom. Couple? They were pretty intimate for a while. Right? Like Venom was inside Peter Parker's head.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I
He
always
can do
felt
what he
like
wants in our story. I don't see why not.
I always felt like Venom had sexual undertones with Venom's relationship with Peter Parker. Right?
Dun, dun.
We're talking they're not a couple yet, but the tension is there, says Magic Marmot. I like that. Okay, so we can do that. But yeah, I always felt like there's sexual undertones with Venom and Peter Parker. And like there's times I'm part of Out of Context Comics on Facebook. I'm part of that group. And so someone had posted a page where like Peter is like talking to Venom about like, okay, you can like link up with me again, and so that they, it's Black Suit Spider-Man, and it was like there's tension on that page, right? They seem to have very coupling going on, and the thing is before Eddie Brock, it was like I have to leave you, I have to quit you, right? Let's ring the bells. Let's get you off of me. Oh, I finally got away from that toxic relationship. And then Venom shows up, joined with Eddie Brock. Right? Would that not hurt Peter Parker's feelings?
Yes. They had something special together.
That's what I'm saying. And the thing is the way that they play it, because Todd McFarlane was drawing it in the book, was drawing the book at the time. The way that they play it up is oh no, Eddie now knows my identity, right? Because Venom knew Peter Parker's identity as Spider-Man, right? And he was like, oh no, now Eddie knows my identity, right? And Eddie was showing up like wherever Peter was at, right? Like in his house and stuff. It was very intimate. It was like suddenly Eddie's there. And then Eddie is not setting off his spider sense. Eddie Venom is not setting off his spider sense at all.
Could that be because Brock is unable to do anything to him?
No. It's because Venom was part of Spider-Man, right? They were joined. So Venom knows how the spider sense works and stuff, because like Venom had symbiote in Spider-Man, right? So can basically sneak under the radar of the spider sense. And so that's one of Venom's like powers that I feel like writers always forget, is that
you think they would exploit that more often.
Yeah, is that Venom is one of the few villains that Spider-Man can't feel. Eddie Venom can shred a mean guitar, says Magic Marmot.
Yeah, anyway. I think it's like Eddie Van Venom.
Yeah, Eddie Van Venom. Okay, so you are doing what, panel 4 right now? So then that means I'm on panel 5.
Magic Marmot also agrees that there's tension.
Yes.
They're not a couple yet.
Yes.
Yet. I'm not sure what Venom would be saying in this panel.
Let's see. Meanwhile, I imagine, will you go to the prom with me?
Why not? Let's do it.
Oh, wait. I have to search for something. Puzzle, skin. I have to search for something. What's his name? Robert Pinskin? Okay. Have you ever heard the poem Promvitation by Robert Pinsky, who's a
No.
poet laureate of the United States? Okay, so this was on the Colbert Report back when Stephen Colbert had it before he was doing the Late Show. As when far off in the middle of the ocean, a breast-shaped curve of waves begins to whiten and gather until it reaches land, huge as a mountain, and breaks, and what was deep comes churning up from the bottom in mighty swirls of sunken sand and living things and water. So in the springtime, every race of people and all the creatures on earth all rush to charge into the fire that burns them. Love moves them all. And that same wave and that same fire moved me to dare ask, will you be my date for the prom?
That's so cute.
So the reason why Stephen Colbert had a poet laureate write this poem was because the promposals were getting like just crazy, right?
Out of hand, yeah.
Yeah, like skywriting and so and so rode in on a horse and stuff like this. And so he's like, I'm going to top you all. I'm going to have Robert Pinsky write a poem of the promposal, and it's like one of my most favorite poems I've ever heard. It's powerful. It's beautiful, right? Because in that last line of "Will you be my date for the prom?" right? Every boy's been there. Right? And it's all this stuff about like love and like we're moved by fire and water, and even though it burns us, like it can hurt us, we're drawn to it like moths.
Like moths to flame.
Like moths to flames.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna put James in the main thing because I'm just talking about promposals. But unless I do the promposal, but let's see, he would go, will you go to the prom with me? But yes, I thought I would read that because that to me is just a beautiful poem.
Passage, yeah, it's a nice little thing.
Yeah.
Cute.
I like poetry.
Yeah,
I'm allowed to like poetry. People have been writing down their emotions for ever, and they work language around to try and say, I feel this way, I feel sad. But they say it in more beautiful language than that. And somebody else reads it and they go, I also feel sad. It's good to know that somebody else felt sad like me. And, and then they feel better. Or maybe somebody else reads it and goes, oh, that's why people feel sad.
Well, that's why I like autobiographical comics, right? Like a lot of times I'll be like, oh, they're in this situation. How did they deal with it?
Yeah.
That's like how I would deal with it too,
Yeah. I know I should be drawing.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is that a joke or is that true? That's a joke. I think that's a joke.
That's
a
okay.
Joke. Yeah, I mean, there's probably poetry during the Greek age. That's a total joke. I'm a dummy. You got me, Magic Marmot, for a half a second.
Let's see. Meanwhile, can you make the caption of Venom asks olive oil to the prom?
Oh yeah, I thought that was what I was establishing there with that one. But yeah, I could definitely adjust that.
Yeah.
It was like, this, you, me, prom? And then she goes, nope.
Yeah. She is so independent, that olive oil. Even when she had a whole bunch of tentacles coming off of her.
Okay. What happens after this? Why are we cutting to Venom? What does this have to do with?
Where did we leave Venom? Is he escaping?
Venom was in charm school.
I think they've made a break for it because they're tired of all the discipline.
Well, he was going to make his presentation in San Dimas High Charm School, and Philo showed up with the time travel phone booth, and Edison and Tesla and Dumpty, who I still need to make an entry for in the characters, and showed up with all of them and then ruined Venom's presentation. That's where we left Venom.
Oh, so did he get kicked out of Charm School?
Maybe he got kicked out of Charm School.
Because they ruined his presentation?
Wouldn't that make him a bad boy? They're on a TV in the hold of the ship. They're on a reality show.
Yeah, and Olive Oil would like him as a bad boy better than Charm School graduate. As someone who knows a lot about Olive Oil's motivations, let me just say.
Yeah. Sure, why not?
I like the reality show idea. That's a good one.
Yeah. Back to the action, I'll say. Back to the action. Okay, I can probably squeeze out another panel. I'm trying not to be tired. I just am.
Yeah. Things are late. Getting late.
Yeah, I know. It's very late for you.
Oh no, it's just 9, but last week was crazy. I woke up and you guys were gone. Went back to sleep and I slept for 7 hours.
Wow.
I had a head cold and I think I just needed it. And I feel like I haven't slept for 7 hours in a row in like years.
Wow.
You're a regular Dale Keown.
I like his work. He does weird stuff with his Marvel hero.
Have you ever seen the movie Blind Date with Bruce Willis?
Yeah, I have actually, and Kim Basinger.
Yeah,
Years ago.
It was on Pluto today, and so Ian was watching it. And there's a scene towards the beginning where they're at an art an art show, right? And it's Giger's art. And so, they're having the scene and they're talking and you're supposed to be paying attention to it and stuff. And to me, the art was upstaging them because I'm looking at like his sculptures and I'm looking at his paintings and like there's a couple of pictures that like Ian had in a calendar and I'm like, look at the size of that painting. Oh my gosh, that's the original. Yeah. So I was like, I was not watching the movie for why you would watch a movie like that. But yeah, I feel like Olive Oil would be the one with like the tie.
Maybe she already has an invitation to the prom from one of the main people in the other part of the story.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, we're just doing a little cutaway with it, so.
Right.
Let's see, and then I feel like Venom would have the nice dress, right? And then we'll have, let's see, the I don't know, like the ship wheel. So, I have somewhat good news. So, you hear the music. This is not AI music.
Really?
This is Chill Hop. Chill Hop is the new music that I am using. It is a group of musicians that give music to streamers and people like that.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
And so like you could license the music if you're using it for like, I'm making money off of it. But in my case, I'm not making enough money off of it that like whatever, but it plugs into Restream. And so I can now use the Chill Hop music instead of using the AI music, which I never felt comfortable with.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah. So yay. I have to update the cards and put music by Chillhawk. It's on my Twitch, but it's not on my YouTube yet.
Well, you're supporting the arts. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, so you're done with that panel?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I am drawing Armand hiding behind the
Wheel thingy.
yeah, the captain's wheel. Like he's hiding. And then I imagine there would be like, I don't know, like equipment over here. Yeah, okay. So what, like, they're underwater. Like, is Philo swimming around to get him? Like, do the chameleons get him? Like, he's in his element. Right? Like, I imagine if an octopus is in the water, you're not going to get it unless it wants to be got.
I got you.
So, okay, James, I have a question for you. Who's
All
the
right.
villain? Who's the villain? Tom or Jerry?
I would say Tom probably.
You think Tom's the villain?
I believe so because he's going after the mouse with malicious intent.
Tom is just a cat doing his catly duty. Jerry is a mouse invading the house.
So this sounds like an anti-immigrant statement, if you ask me.
You think it's an anti-immigrant statement? I'm not talking about Speedy Gonzalez.
No, you're talking about somebody invading your territory and it being a problem.
Well, I see your point. Well, so then wouldn't Tom and Jerry be anti-immigrant?
I believe so. If you look at it in that way, but if you look at it as just a dumb cartoon, I think you're all right.
Yeah. I find it interesting that the Hanna-Barbera cartooning method that they used for like Flintstones and like Droopy Dog and stuff later on, the template-based animation method, that was how Hanna and Barbera used to time out their cartoons when they used to animate Tom and Jerry.
Oh,
right?
wow.
Is they did these like pre-animation kind of quick template stuff of like, okay, he's running here. And I don't remember if it was one of the producers or if it was them themselves, but they're like, well, why don't we just do this for our television, right? And so that became the method for their television, for the Jetsons and Flintstones and everything to that extent.
Right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. And so I just it's cool.
Excuse me.
So I think probably what you could probably draw, you got 15 minutes.
All right.
I have Armand hiding here. Gosh, I'm trying to think what you can draw in 15 minutes. Maybe, oh, you know what? Give me something to work off of. Give me a shocky face.
Okay. Of anyone in particular, or?
Yeah. give me a shocky face of Armand.
Well, Armand, that's the squid, right?
He's the octopus, yes.
Right. All right, you got it.
And then that should give me something to work with next week, because then I'll have to figure out why he has a shocky face. And you can just have the caption as shock.
All right.
Yeah, so how has your health been since your heart attack and stuff?
Everything's been actually pretty good, thank you. Thank God for that. I'll keep your fingers crossed, obviously. But yeah, I've had nothing big bothering me lately.
Good.
I just got a new leg brace like 2 days ago, but it takes like 3 weeks for them to manufacture it, so that'll be a little while.
Yeah, because they have to take the measurements and then take that in and make the brace. Yeah. Do you remember that's what the cold box killer, or whatever it was, the ice truck killer? That's who it was. The ice truck killer in Dexter. That's what he did. Was he made prosthetics?
Oh, okay. Oh. I've never seen that show, so.
Oh, you've never
seen Dexter? I watched it for like 10 minutes. I couldn't handle it. It was too ick.
I watched up through the season with John Lithgow, which is a good season because the Trinity Killer.
Who does Lithgow play?
He plays a killer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he plays the Trinity Killer, and the Trinity Killer had a good cat and mouse with Dexter, because he found out Dexter's identity like halfway through the season. And so they were both in positions where they couldn't reveal who they were to the people around them, but they both knew who they really were, right? And so it was this really well written kind of cat and mouse between them. And then another thing too is that they had Lindsay, who was an FBI agent that was tracking basically Dexter. Oh no, that's on the wrong layer. That's on the wrong layer. Okay.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah. But he was basically tracking Dexter, and they had his character fall in love with Dexter's sister. You know, and so it's this like 26-year-old actress falling in love with a guy in his 70s. And so that was kind of like, okay, that's interesting. And in reality, Michael C. Hall, who played Dexter, was with that actress. You know, and so I think like he was kind of processing stuff through the character,
through the lens and the magic of television.
Yeah, but that was the season that Michael C. Hall had cancer, and so he was doing chemotherapy while he was filming, and so he has this like really bad wig throughout the majority of the shoot. And again, not his fault. He's fighting cancer, right? But it's just really obvious. And, I would have been like, dude, concentrate on your health and be Dexter when you come back. But, he wanted to do both. And,
to his detriment.
He survived. He survived the cancer. What I just thought was kind of ick about it was, so he's dating the actress that plays his sister on the show, and she takes care of him all throughout his cancer years, and treats him well, and you know, oh, we're gonna get through this together, and everything like that. And then as soon as he's healthy again, he starts cheating on her and divorces her.
Gross.
It's like, dude, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? Like, I kind of liked you.
It's like that Ariana Grande story, right? Where she was in the show with that guy, and then suddenly he's divorcing his wife with the newborn just to be with Grande.
Yeah. Well, there was that, gosh, I'm trying to remember what the chick's name was. It's not important what the chick's name was, but there was this famous for a second podcaster who was making these TikToks about being a mom, you know, that were kind of like funny and stuff like that, right? And so she has her child, and her child's like first birthday she missed to go interview Drake.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, and so she's interviewing Drake in like
that was Bobby Altoff. That's who it was.
Yeah, that's her name. And so she's interviewing Drake in like a bed. And he's like, you missed your first daughter's birthday, or you missed your daughter's first birthday to be here? Like, that's cold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she's like, yeah, I did. And it's like, what's wrong with you? Like, you schedule it another time. You know?
Missing the compassion gene there, as they say.
Well, she ended up, her husband ended up filing for divorce, and you know, and she took all that quick TikTok money and she bought a house with it.
So I'm gonna use my other phone now, so I'm gonna leave, but I'm gonna be right back. So can you watch for me?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Because I've already got it loaded up. Okay, I'm leaving.
Okay.
Yeah, that girl had a major opportunity at a career, and she blew it over being famous fast.
There you are. Yeah.
There. All right.
Well.
Yeah, my other phone is on. Power's almost out, and I charged it.
Well, here's another.
Good thing I got 2 phones.
Yeah. Yay, 2 phones. Here's another thing too, is that she had the same representation as like Drake, right? Who does she know? Who does she know to get that representation? You know, it's just like TikTokers don't get that representation. But yeah, that's just that. And then we got about 7 minutes. It's not enough for a whole new panel. But yeah, we're leaving on a cliffhanger. We're just having Armand gasp. So he's having a shocked expression to something.
Sacre bleu!
What I should do is what I should do, the background. Oh. Hello. Hi, Tangent.
Good morning. Or rather, good evening.
Do that. And let's go like this. And then we will go bam. Oh, hi, cat. I have a cat.
Oh.
What's her name?
This is Columbo.
Is that a male?
Yeah, it's a male. He's got only one eye, if you can see.
Oh, poor thing.
Such a cutie.
I did have a lot of fun on Sunday. This was my friend I was talking about. that I did the Pathfinder game. Hey, cat! Don't do that! Stop that! Hey, stop that! Where did my panel go? Did you undo my...
Evil cat messing with the controls, the buttons.
What did the cat do?
Undo is showing nothing?
Undo is showing nothing. Okay. I don't know what the cat did.
Well, it looks okay now, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know what the cat did, but try something.
What a ninja.
Do this so it looks like there's bubbles.
What is the Pathfinder game?
Pathfinder's like D&D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pathfinder's like Dungeons and Dragons. It's role-playing. And you roll D20 die. There you go. So it still kind of looks like he's underwater.
Yeah.
But yes, I had fun. My character's a sorceress that has been in these like mines mining crystal, but in order to control the miners, they have like amnesia mushrooms that they've been feeding everyone and like shoving in our food and stuff like that. And so I have amnesia. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so I was playing that up of like, I don't know.
Whoa, revolution in the Pathfinder game.
Yeah, they made a lot of changes going into 4th edition D&D. And they changed like the way that like damage was calculated, and you know the distance on things like arrows was like shortened, and like before you used to be able to shoot them, I want to say at like 50 feet, and then they shortened it to like 25 feet. And so, you know, when you were an archer, it's like, what's the point of being an archer if I'm within 25 feet of like the person I'm...
Yeah, you always need someone to protect you when you're an archer.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. And so Pathfinder didn't completely copy the old rule set, but they took a lot of stuff that like people were doing, like... Yeah, and Pathfinder took a lot of like homebrew rules that people would use and made those just part of the rule set. And so, like, you know, people would have like, oh, this is how you get another saving throw, or this is how you you know, can earn extra items or whatever. And so the bag of holding, like for example, used to have like a weight limit on it, and then they got rid of the weight limit for the bag of holding. So the bag of holding holds many things, but no weight limit. It's a magical item. So why should it
just throw a bajillion pieces of armor in
exactly. And so it's a magical item, right? So it's like, I have a handy haversack myself, which only weighs ever 5 pounds. So I could shove like a person in there, right? And then they only weigh 5 pounds if I can get them in the haversack. Maybe halflings. I could get into the haversack. Oh. I thought I had another cat.
Oh no!
I thought I had another cat, but the other cat jumped up there too quick. So we are at time. Let me look at James's wonderful panel there. That's our cliffhanger. Is shock. So he's hiding in the boat, and then he sees something. We don't know what. We'll pick it up next time. Next week we have Jeremy Fiscaldo joining us again, and so we'll be having more cartoons. And so let me close up the windows, and I want to thank, of course, James, my guest this evening.
Thank you very much. I had a lot of fun.
Thanks, James.
Yes, thank you for drawing Venom. Going, will you go to the prom with me? And then Robin, my better half and always fantastic co-host. I am going to throw up the produced by me, panelpanel.com, captaint.keenspot.com, blah blah blah, Patreon, Twitch, YouTube. I'll see you guys in the